Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Savina Oleshadowska.
And I'm Hussein.
So here, Group 8 will discuss the 5 predetermined keywords. Here I will write down the prompt specified by the lecturer. So here the first keyword. I will start. I think the reason business domain is a pillar because data by itself is just noise. If you give me a dataset of 1 million rows from a hospital and I don't know the difference between a chronic and acute condition, my analysis will be meaningless. A technical genius might find a correlation between, say, bed color and recovery rate, but someone with the domain knowledge knows that's just a coincidence, not a medical insight. So, what do you think, Hussein?
I will say about this, bridge between tech and business. And tech has a lot of role in business. It makes the business worldwide. Like for example, if you say about Amazon, it's a largest business model in this world. Okay, so if you take a look, business technology make it easier to access. Everyone in the world can buy and sell many things in from every part of the world. So tech has a biggest role in this, but there are some constraint for it. Like you must be aware of how to use technology in your business model. So that's there.
Okay, right. For the example, in a retail company, a data scientist might build a recommendation system that successfully suggests high-grade products. But if they don't understand the inventory side of the business, they might suggest items that are out of stock. The result, customers get frustrated and the company loses money. So being a technical genius is not enough. You have to know how the company actually makes money.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's about actionable insight. Like if a CEO asks, what's the profit, then saying it's 0.02. So it's, something confusing, adaptable, So we need to translate P value. What is P value? Into a business issue, like we need to change our shipping policy in this specific region. That's a real job of a data scientist.
So here,
Material two,
the
keywords two.
two and
Big data
keywords.
velocity and variety.
So here's the two question. This is a huge topic. Many people think big data just means big hard drives. But volume is actually a solved problem. You can just pay for more cloud storage, but velocity that's about real-time survival. Imagine a bank thousands of transactions happen every second. If your system takes even 30 seconds to detect a fraud attempt, the money is already gone. You need to process the data it arrives, which is technically much harder than just storing it.
Yeah, and we should not forget about the variety. In the past, data was structured, sticky, yeah, data, little bit data. Nowadays, we have a lot of unstructured data. Okay, like from CCTV footage, voices. So you have to use here NLP, and computer vision to convert into an understandable language. So it's important in the model.
That's why have the volume but warehouse they have data swaps instead of data warehouse they have the volume but because the key held the variety the data just sits there getting old and useless. If you can clean and categorize the different formats of data fast enough, your insight will always be late. It's like trying to drink from a firehouse while the firehouse is spraying a mix of butter, oil, and sand.
Yeah, exactly. So velocity and variety are brain problems. They require sophisticated architecture and better algorithm. Volume is just a wallet problem. You just buy more servers. That's why engineers are struggling more with the speed and messiness of data than the actual size of it.
So here is the third keywords. So here is the question. I think it's the most important lesson in CRISPDM. Most beginners think that if the model is bad, they just need to tune the algorithm or use more complex one. But usually the problem is not the math. It's the goal. If your evolution fails, it's a signal to there is a gap between what you ask the data and what the business actually needs.
Yes, I agree. For example, if you try to predict customer churn, customer leaving, but we didn't include data about customer support ticket in our initial plan, our model will always be weak. No amount of modeling will fix a missing feature. We have to go back to the business understanding phase to redefine which factor actually influence a customer decision to leave.
It's also about stakeholders. Sometimes the business team give us the wrong KPI. If they ask us to optimize for clicks, but what they really need is a long-term sales. We might build a great model for clicks that actually hurt sales in the long run. Going back to the start, ensure we are still aligned with the company's survival.
Yes, you're right. Chris DM isn't right line. It's a loop. It's better. It's built on the idea of failing fast. It's better to realize in the evolution phase that our initial business question was wrong than to go ahead and deploy a model that gives the wrong answer to the entire company.
Okay, so here is the fourth keywords. So here is the question. People think our job is just magic and algorithms, but most of it is just being a data janitor. Real world data is extremely messy. You have missing values, like when a user leaves their annual income blank, do you put a zero there? If you do, your average income will drop. Do you put the mean? That might be BS. This is a human decision, not something a machine can just guess.
And then there is outliers. If someone entered their age as 200 years old and AI might just think that it's a very old age. But as a human, we can know it's a typo. If you don't fix these outliers, the whole model will be skewed. And also their inconsistency like USA, United States of America, a machine says those are three different countries useless. We clean them.
Don't forget feature engineering. This is the most creative part of data preparation. It's about turning raw data into something smart, like the turning timestamp into is it a weekend or is it a holiday. Machines don't know that people shop more on Sundays unless we are prepared that information for them. This requires the thought about human
Exactly,
behavior.
that's why auto machine learning can replace us yet. Uh, You need to someone who understand the context, decide what to keep, what to throw away, and what to transform. If you skip this, you get a garbage in, garbage out. A fancy model on dirty data is just a fancy way of being wrong.
So here is the last keywords. So here is the question. I love the car analogy for this. The AI is the rear view mirror and the dashboard. It tells you how fast you are going and what happened in the miles behind you. It ensures what happened and how much did we sell. It's about monitoring the current health of the company through structured reports and charts.
And data science is the windshield, and GPS is a forward looking. It's not looking at what we sold, but predicting what we will sell next month. If answer, what if and what is likely to happen. BI is about rear view, past, present, while data science is about forecast and it will predict about your future.
Also, the types of data are different. BI usually sticks to very clean, structured data from company database to make KPIs. Data science often dives into the unknown, unstructured data like social media or sensor data to find hidden patterns that the company didn't even know exist.
Exactly, you need both. You can't drive a car only looking at the GPS. You can't drive it only looking at the rear view mirror. BI helps you run the business effectively today, but data science helps you innovate to survive for tomorrow. There are two sides of same coin.
Okay, that's just all our presentation about the
Yeah, it
five
was so fun.
keywords.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you.